Greetings everyone. This presentation is done by Professor Manjari Joshi from Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune. And this presentation is regarding Chapter Interior Design of 3rd Year BSCHS. Interior decoration can be a highly possible form of a self-expression, the sum of one's interest as an individual or as a group, as well as a practical statement created by combining various elements of art using certain design principles. Interior design is the orderly arrangement of lines, forms, colors, textures to create beauty in interiors. The good design shows an orderly arrangement of the materials used and, in addition, creates beauty in the finished product. Now we will have a look on next slide, which is regarding objectives of interior design. The objective of interior design and decoration is to achieve beauty, expressiveness, and functionalism. Art is organization of energies and means to gain the kind of a response that is termed beauty. Beauty is not only objective in planning and furnishing accommodation areas, in addition the area should express an idea and most important of all should function effectively. Next is expressiveness. An important way to approach the subject of selecting, decorating, and furnishing an area is to express some definite idea or a theme in it. These things could be natural, sophistication, formality, royalty, warmth, coolness, freshness, and so on. The next objective is functionalism. An accommodation product and most importantly, work. Its spaces and furniture should serve the purpose for which they are intended. All areas should give the maximum of service, comfort, and pleasure for minimum care. Every phase of a planning and furnishing should be based on function. For instance, social spaces in the guest room for guest interaction. Public areas too divided according to functions such as lounge, garden, socialize. Now we will learn about basic types of a design. There are two kinds of a design, one is structural and another is decorative. Structural design denotes the structure or construction of object. This is comprised of the size, form, color and texture of an object. It is simple and when proportionate, in addition to being beautiful, it is suited to the purpose. Second type is decorative design. This is the surface enrichment of structure design. Any lines, color, or material that have been applied to structural design for a purpose of adding a richer quality to it constitutes its decorative design. Next slide explains about principles of design. The principles of design helps one in determining the quality of design, to assess whether it is artistically good or poor in appearance. While using the basic elements of a design or art, we should keep these principles in mind. The principles of designs are proportion, balance, rhythm, harmony, and emphasis. The principle of a proportion is also called as the law of relationships. The principle of proportion underlines all the principle of design. It states that the relation between parts of the same thing or between different things of the group should be aesthetically satisfying. It deals with relationship of size, shape, color, light, texture, and pattern in order to achieve designs and arrangements that will hold interest. One must know how to create beautiful relationship within and around space. Some typically complementary proportions includes the Greek oblong. The ancient Greeks, striving for a beauty, arrived at a point where they try to achieve good proportions in everything they created. Among the rules that they evolved was the oblong that they used as a basis for a space divisions, called the golden oblong or the Greek oblong. The Greek oblong measures 2 units to short side and 3 units on the long side. Its proportions are considered more beautiful than a completely symmetrical shape like a square. The next principle of design is balance, which is also known as equilibrium. Balance is a condition of rest or response. Through balance we get a sense of equipoise. This restful effect is obtained by grouping shape and colors around a center in which a way that there is equal attraction on each side of the center. Balance can be understood well if one understands the principle of seesaw. Balance in design and art is not the same as balance in weight, but it is conceived in terms of amount of attention each element attracts. This slide explains the classification of different types of a balance. The balance is classified into formal, informal, and radial. Formal is further classified into symmetrical balance and bisymmetrical balance. Formal balance, the center of a space under consideration in the pivot around which attractions must be adjusted. When objects are alike or equal forcefully in appearance and attraction, they are placed equal distance from the center. This can be achieved by two ways. Symmetrical formal balance, when objects on either side of the center are identical or mirror image of each other, are placed at equal distance from the center, the result is a symmetrical formal balance. And next way is bisymmetrical formal balance. When objects are not alike but are equal in their power to interest and attract, the result is a bisymmetrical formal balance. Next type of a balance is asymmetrical balance. This is also referred as to an active balance. Asymmetric results when the visual weight of two objects do not attract the same amount of attention, and so they have to be placed at different distance from the center. Next type is radial balance. This is the type of a balance that grows out of a center point or axis. It may be observed in the diverging lines that form the pattern of a spokes in a wheel, the petals of a flower, and so on. Here, all parts are balanced and repeated around center. The next principle of design is balance, which is also known as equilibrium. Balance is a condition of rest or response. Through balance we get a sense of equipoise. This restful effect is obtained by grouping shape and colors around a center in which a way that there is equal attraction on each side of the center. Balance can be understood well if one understands the principle of seesaw. Next principle is rhythm. Rhythm is a movement. All movement in design is not, however, rhythmic. Sometimes movement is distracting. In designing, rhythm implies an easy connecting path along which the eye may travel. It is also called related movement. If one observes a plane surface, there is usually no movement in it, eye remains quiet and stops at any point where it happens to fall. But the moment a picture or an object is placed against it, then eye starts moving in the direction of that line suggested. At the moment, movement is created. Such a movement may either be organized or easy, that is rhythmic. Next principle of design is harmony. This is a fundamental requirement of any piece of work, in which appearance as well as use have to be considered. Harmony is the most important of all the principle of design. It is the design principle that produces an expression of unity, through the selection and arrangement of objects and ideas. Harmony has 5 aspects. These are harmony of line and shape, harmony of size, harmony of texture, harmony of ideas, and harmony of colors. This slide suggests how to use principle of design as tools to make the art. Now we will have a look on the elements of design. These are primary, the visual components used in creating a design or a composition. The elements that are basic to all visual designs are line, form, color, texture, space. Each of these basic elements are well defined and dissimilar features of every design. Elements, if used according to the principles of design, can ensure a certain degree of a beauty in the final product. We will have a look on a first element of a design, that is line. This is very important element in planning and furnishing. It is most basic design element. Before the artist begins to paint, he or she must establish the direction of a lines of painting on canvas or paper. The artist combines horizontal, vertical, diagonal, and curved lines until the effect is pleasing to the eyes. Lines have a positive emotional significance depending upon the direction and their quality. Certain association may be made between man and the lines, based on the position of his body takes in different actions. There are different types of a line such as vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines, and curved lines. Next element is form. The term form is applied to three-dimensional areas and object, whereas shape may be referred to two-dimensional one. Hence we can have a triangular shape or a pyramid form or a cuboidal form with square shape. Without the beauty of a form, good texture, color, or a decoration can be of no use. However, example. A particular chair is not well designed unless it accommodated itself to the human form. The form of an object should suit its function. Next is color. The appeal of a color is universal. Color is the impression received by the brain from certain simulations of the retina in the eye. Its perception occurs because object reflects or transmit light that enters the eye. There are different types of a color. The colors in the color wheel can be classified as primary, secondary, and tertiary color. Next is space. This is among the most important element of interior design. Organization of a space is basic to architecture and interior decoration. Unless a space is thoroughly planned, nothing else will be seen quite right. Almost any space, if sensitively handled, can be made effective, livable, and even dramatic. Today, the trend is for spaces to become a free and less obstructed. The appreciation of a good spacing is the reason we may use the minimum amount of a furniture and concentrate them in a group so that we can have empty, silent space in the rooms. Indoor spaces can be opened up by means of fewer participation and large openings between rooms. Indoor space can be connected with the limitless outdoor spaces by means of glass wall, large opening, and porches. Next slide explains about principles of design. The principles of design helps one in determining the quality of design, to assess whether it is artistically good or poor in appearance. While using the basic elements of a design or art, we should keep these principles in mind. Thank you.